Okay guys, today we're talking about ratchets. As you can see, the ratchet fairy came to the house last night and fucking puked everywhere. And this isn't even all the ratchets I have. I mean, hell, I still have broken ratchets that I need to fix, which is just fucking time. I have old school ratchets that they don't even fucking make anymore, that you have to have a special fucking, oh, it's 10 tooth. You have to have a special, it's basically a double-sided extension with the 1/4 inch drive or the 1/2 inch drive on each side. I don't have any of those yet, but once I do, this will get put back into service, even though it's a little crusty. But you know, some ATF and shit squirted down in there and she'll be good as new. So yeah, this is definitely not for new techs. You don't need this many fucking ratchets. Or new small engine mechanics or whatever the fuck you're doing. You don't need this many. I have this many because I started out with some and then kept on buying new ones. Or I'd buy a set, like this set over here that's SK, and it came with a ratchet. So, you know, I got another ratchet. Some of them, like this one, it's all junkified and likes to skip, so, you know, I have a kit for it here that I need to put in it to bring it back up. So I'm down a 1/4 inch ratchet. Well, I have a couple here I can choose from to, you know, work with me while I'm waiting to fucking fix that one. Just picked this one up and it's a Harbor Freight. Fuck. Missed. It's got the quick release. It's a roto head. I fucking love these ratchets. The roto head style ratchets. I don't know if this one's going to be any good or not, but it's like fucking $14. Has the shitty ass, you know, comfort grip on it, which, you know, I know some guys like them. I'm an old school guy. I like that ratchet to burn in my hands, or fucking, you know, make my fingers go numb when I grab that sumbitch in the middle of the winter. But that's not an option with this one. I do like that it's green though. Green's good. What, Coco? You can lay down wherever you want. It's fine. You'll go back inside this ratchet. Roto head. But it's one of those Craftsman ones. And it's extendable too, you know. This is a gimmick and a fucking half, boys. This shit does not work. You're supposed to push in on it like a Yankee screwdriver and have it work. But it doesn't fucking work. I still keep it because I don't want to pass this off to somebody else and then have them fucking hate me for giving it to them. So I just keep it. You know, I don't ever use it. I just keep it. But because I actually do have up here, let's move you real quick. I do have Yankee screwdrivers, and I have a whole thing of Yankee drills, and I still use these fuckers. I mean, they're quick as shit. I have different tips in them just based on fucking whatever I want to do, so I don't have to change bits out. But all of them have bits in them still too, drills, flathead Phillips. I mean, it's all good. I love those things. They're definitely old school cool. This is the best thing in the world for those old Taiwan ratchets, is to cut the handle off and use the handle for a punch. They don't make shit for a fucking finger ratchet though. These are the Craftsman ones, made in fucking, I want to say they're made in Taiwan. I don't have the box or else I'd tell you, but they were on clearance and both of these were like you know, $10. Got a 3/8 and a quarter. So, and I've used them just to dick around. Haven't come to that spot where I actually need them, but I use them. This right here holds snap-on. Wouldn't be perfect. It would be perfect if it just had the lock on it. I don't. And you know, it's not super wobbly. It does flex when you don't want it to flex. You can tighten that shit up, but I like them to lock. Like this guy right here. You know? If you want it to free swivel, it will free swivel. But it locks on you too when you need that angle. And you don't want to fucking lose that angle. And by the way, if you need a long ass flex head ratchet that locks, Snap-on makes a good one. They really do. It's one of the fucking Snap-on things that let's see here. One of my first ratchets here that I bought whenever I was going to school. Craftsman, professional, old school, made in America. I actually have the set that was like all three of them together. But yeah, it's good. Not anything fine tooth. Of course, back then you didn't have fine tooth shit. Fine tooth shit was like 72 tooth. Or fucking 48 tooth maybe, or 60. Everything else was 36 or 24 or ridiculous. Went out and bought the Craftsman Low Pro one back when they first came out. It's still USA. My flex head on my quarter is actually a locking too. On my Snap-on, it's actually locking, because that locking is just so much better than the fucking weeble wobble all the time. These are the new gear wrench ones. I had to take them out of the box because these are supposed to be thinner head, so I'm going to be doing a comparison on these and see just how thin their heads are compared to some other ones I got here. Old school Craftsman has that finger well in it. The finger wheel already mounted. That thing's just fucking old school awesome. Does have quick release too. I love quick release shit. An old SK 1/2 inch. See, look at that shit. Yeah, it's 48 tooth. That's probably, for back in the day, that's about as fine as you're going to get for a 1/2 inch. Got this old SK. It actually doesn't work. These right here, these headed, these SK ones like this, I don't know what the fucking deal was, but I never got one that actually fucking worked. Which, I had a 1/4 inch one, and this is what they traded me out for. But it's fine toothed as a motherfucker. Well, 60 teeth. It's still pretty damn fine. Old school Craftsman. Cobalt gearless. Oh my god. These things are fucking amazing. They just don't make any noise at all. And it's instant grip. There's zero swing arc on these things. There's another old school Craftsman. This This right here, one of the toughest wrenches in the world, or ratchets, one of the toughest ratchets in the world. It's proto, but and this is what I had before. I had that locking flex head snap on, and this thing just fucking busts shit loose. It just doesn't fucking flex. But again, .24 tooth. I mean, come on. You gotta swing this fucking thing before you can engage it. Got me a little long handled Craftsman with that professional set. Nice. Don't hardly ever use it because I got a better one now. This one right here is a clutch. It's got the thumbnail on the top. No quick release, but it's also a flex head. And it has detent in there, so it doesn't, I mean, you gotta hit it good to get it to fucking lose its detent, but there's only so many positions. I mean, it's got 7 positions, really. 5, other than, you know, 180 out from each other. But yeah, it's good. This isn't really a ratchet, but it is. It's just for those little bits and shit. But you know, it's got the finger attachment there. I like that finger wheel on the back of that shit. Old ass snap on. Don't know what year it is or anything, but I actually bought this from an auction from a guy. The guy had brought back a Luger from World War II. He was a tank guy, tank mechanic. I don't know if this is what they actually had on the tank or not, but it has his name engraved in there and shit. But yeah, cool little ratchet. I still use it today. Got the old spark plug ratchet, flex head, bent handle. Works good. The old 20 tooth snap-on 1/4 inch drive. Old school. Craftsman. There's another. Here's a stubby Craftsman professional. Still, tooth count on those things are so fucking outrageous. This right here is the 3/8 drive on the 1/4 inch, but it's Duralast. And if you really need to get into some place really fucking small, this guy right here will do it. If you need a fucking 19 or 17 or something on it, I mean, you're not going to get a whole lot of torque. That's not a high torque application. Fucking most of that handle hides in your hand. But it's got that anvil on there. I mean, it works. It's pretty fine tooth actually. .72. This right here, favorite ratchet in the world. I grab this sumbitch 90% of the time I reach for a ratchet. And it is snap-on, but it's that roto head. I just love that roto head. Anyway, links in the description. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Love, hate, hardknocksforge@gmail.com. Don't send me any panties, because they never fit.